Welcome back, guys. It's been a while, but back in the shed. I've been in the shed on and off, but haven't been filming too much, so back out here. We're going to be getting a bit done to burnout car. We've got Bathurst Auto Fest in next weekend, so next Friday. So as usual, last minute maintenance, and things have just turned a little bit south. So I wasn't actually generally going to be doing maintenance other than change oil and stuff like that. I had some other bits I wanted to put in, so I wanted to put coilovers in. I was going to hook up a brake vacuum pump, and I wanted to get it wheel lined, but things have just changed a little bit, and we've now just lost brakes. So I've been having a little bit of trouble at some nats. I find it a little bit hard to pull up on the pad. Anyway, I thought, righto, maybe I've just been having a little bit of problem. Maybe I need to hook up a vacuum pump. So I've gotten a vacuum pump. I bodily wired it up just to test it. Ran the hose over, plugged it in, and then I had next to no pedal at all. So I hooked the old hose back up to the manifold, back to the booster, to the manifold, and same thing, no pedal at all. But when it's running and this is still in there, I pull that out and it's still holding vacuum. Same as when I've got the hose on with the vacuum pump going, have it in there, it's still holding vacuum. So I don't really know what's going on at the moment. I did just pull the booster off this in case it was a booster, because like I said, I was having a problem at some nats on the pad trying to pull it up. And I think I did at the event before that as well. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm still sus on that, but I just find it odd that I can still hold vacuum. So, I'm just going to look at a few other things first, because that car's got no engine, so it's easy to pull it out. But this one's got engine, so a little bit shitty with the ABS module and shit there. So, just trying to work some stuff out. So I just quickly had Terry come out and we quickly bled the brakes. I tried bleeding the brakes a little bit and there was no air in there. Now, I think my conclusion is I think it's the booster. So it's still holding vacuum but not letting it hold maybe a heap of vacuum is what it's meant to. Maybe that's what I'm kind of weighing up. So I'm going to move it back into an open bay. If I can open the door all the way. And I'm going to pull the brake booster out. I've got another one there, so it's no biggie. So I got the booster all undone on the inside, master cylinder up. I just bent the line up with it. It's not too much of a bend, I feel pretty flexy. But now, it's hitting on everything, so I'm going to try and lift this wiring loom up, see if I can get it out like that. If not, coils have to come off, which is a little bit annoying. So I put the brake booster in it and still no go. It felt a little bit better at the start, but then as I push harder on the pedal, it just feels like it's semi-locking on, like then I'm getting like no travel at all in it. So yeah, I don't know. Next thing I'm going to try is, I just trialled it on this car here. So I've got the master cylinder off, and I removed the lines off the ABS module, and I ran them, so from this one here, the right hand front, ran it to where it would go into the master cylinder, and done the same with this one. This one's going to look a little bit ugly because of the way I've got to bend it round and up, but it's a temporary thing for now until I make another brake line. Or I know VT, early Series 1 VTs without the ABS, they had a brake line. Probably easier to make the brake line than try and track one down. So I'm going to delete the ABS module and I'm going to put the other master cylinder on it, and I'm going to try that and see how I go with that. So you can't see it up there because I got the hoist up at the moment, but as soon as I get it down, I'll show you. I have deleted the ABS module, bent the pipes around to look somewhat decentish, I bled the system, replaced the master cylinder as well, and cleaned it right out, bled the system, but I don't think I bled it enough. Had Tay out here and we're bleeding it, but I don't think I bled it enough because I didn't get any air out. I was going heap of fluid, but I need to keep bleeding, so I tried it, and it's still no go. It's still shit feel and everything like that. So I've pulled everything off here. Notice the pads, they're not crazy low, but a little bit low, but they look like they're being hot, fairly hot and glazed. So I'm gonna get some new pads. I should get some new discs as well, but got a fair bit to pay for beforehand, so just gonna get some pads. I'm gonna bleed the system properly. Well, actually, I just read the rules. Actually, I just read the rules for Bathurst, Autofest, and to go in the super sprints and stuff like that, you've now got to have rear brakes. So I'm out here tonight trying to retrofit up some rear brakes. So I've actually just pulled the rear brakes off the ute because I got the bogie under it now, and I'm going to try and fit these up. I've got plenty of brake lines on this to be able to make it join up. I've got a line locker that I've still got that I'm going to put under here. I'm not a huge fan of line lockers on whole skids because the solenoid is stuck on, gets so hot, overheats and stuff like that. So I might put the line locker in there. I'll put the back brakes and everything, hook them all up. But before the skids, I might put my blink off valve back in the master cylinder, or have a little bung on the rear side of the line locker. That way I can turn the line locker off, pull the line off the back of it, put a bung in there, turn it back on. I'll turn it back off on however it is. And then that way the back brakes are still locked off, but that way the solenoid's not stuck on the whole time. So just gonna put the back brakes on for the super sprints, change it back to how it was or similar for the burnouts, and vice versa. A little bit of brake bleeding up there, maybe. Might not hurt too much, so yeah, a little bit busy now. Pull it out. Seems to be working good, but those cutters I got there, that's just, the wires are like cut down to nothing, so they seem to be working, doing what they're meant to. And they're not even that hard to get out of there, to be honest, which is good. It's a bit better than the old CVs I used to have been tangled up and around in there. It's a lot easier with the solid axle. I just noticed here, something's worn through there, like maybe the tyres come down and hit there or something. Unless, oh, that might have been where it could have been where the belts were slapping around too. Actually, what's this side like? I just got the same. That's probably what it was actually. Belt flapping around in there. I thought the tyre might have been scrubbing out, but I don't remember hearing it scrub, so that's what that is. So I got the brake lines to work underneath. So I just changed oil in it, start it up, make sure it's right, bit of oil pressure, make sure it gets oil pressure and everything. When I had it in the air again, I'm turning the steering wheel left to right, and I can just hear the air just still bubbling out of that after pump there, and it squirted out and squirted all onto the ground there. So I think either the rack or the pump's got to be buggered there, and it's somehow it's getting air into the system, or somehow there's air trapped in there still from maybe I didn't bleed it properly the first time. I don't know what it is, but all that oil just there is all just squirted out. And that's when I'm in the air, like there should be no resistance in the air because the wheels are off the ground, but I can hear the air in the rack just fighting against itself. So I'm just trying to dial this car in, make it just drive a lot better. Like now the rear end's all done, the rear end just feels amazing. I just need to match the rest of the car up with it. Like ever since I've done the Astra pump, I've had nothing but trouble with the steering. This brake thing. I just want it to handle well. Like I just want to be able to get up into a corner and be able to get it right into the corner and shit like that. Just a bit of speed coming up, be able to turn around, just control it real easy. And that's my main focus at the moment. So between brakes, the power steering, and like wheel alignment and stuff like that, they're my main focuses to try and get this thing to handle a lot better. So I've just pulled this, undone this fuel filter. I'm gonna have a look to see how filthy it is. Doesn't look too bad, seeing that I've done it some nights, but see all that shit? That's all the E85 disintegrating the foam in the tank. So really, I need, so realistically, I need to get rid of all that foam in the tank. Not right now because we're 2 days out from Bathurst, so just going to give this a clean and put it back in and hope it's alright. This is only the second time that I've ever cleaned this out. The first time was at Summernats and hadn't done another event since, and there's still a little bit of shit on it, so when it was at Summernats, it was bloody blocked with a shit house. So I'll clean that out and we'll put it back together. And in typical me fashion, it is now 10:45 on the night before we got to leave, and I'm still working on the car. Just wiring up the line locker. Just gonna just put it to this rear heater switch or something. With my main plan. But it looks like it's connected in with a fuse, so I'll work out what I do. So I had the car out at 12:30, had it out in the backyard. Anyway, just literally started up, quickly jammed it into gear, rolled it out there, and then when I could, just quickly turn it off and let it roll to the rest of the way it's got to go. Anyway, sure as shit, hour later, fucking coppers turn up. So I'm saying there was a noise complaint for 30 seconds of it running, like fucking 30 seconds out of your life, fucking. Anyway, so they're going to get a little bit of a rude shock. Now it's 2:30, I'm about to load it up on the trailer, so I don't give a fuck. They'll be right. But I've given her a clean. I didn't wipe over the dash. I'm going to do that when I get there. Just clean the ute out, got the trailer ready. So I'll try and be as quiet as possible, but at the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck, so fuck 'em, just put it on the trailer.